After nearly 3 years here in Austria, my time as the American ambassador has to come to its conclusion. Austria was the first country I ever visited in the world, and I actually sit in the office that was once my grandfather's when he was also the American ambassador to Austria. I am so proud of what we achieved in these almost 3 years, and I feel there really is a new closeness, Verbundenheit, between the people of the United States and of Austria. I have traveled from Bregenz to Burgenland, all over Austria, meeting farmers, students, business leaders, political leaders, religious leaders, and learning so much along the way. And as an entrepreneur from Silicon Valley, I made it a priority to engage the brightest young minds here in Austria, elevating the existing entrepreneurship environment with that special zeitgeist that has thrived in America since its founding almost 250 years ago. Mentoring young people all over the country, whether participants in one of our flagship entrepreneurship exchanges, youth leaders, university students, or a small town kid with a bright idea, has been incredibly rewarding and is sure to pay dividends in the Austrian economy for years to come. The US-Austria trade and investment relationship continues to grow. Austria is one of the United States' fastest growing trade partners, and the US is Austria's second largest export destination. I've participated in meetings with successful business leaders and visited factories and boardrooms to witness just how robust the economic relationship is. In fact, new investments total over $1 billion. I am positive that both our economies will continue to thrive despite current global challenges. In the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic, I traveled through Austria to distribute over 500,000 high-quality American-made masks donated to regional governors, mayors, schools, community members, and more. Together, we continued to combat each threat, whether battling a health crisis or fighting terrorism. The sustained support of the Austrian and US governments at the highest levels has allowed for not only bilateral solutions to our problems, but a promise for an even better future. Seeking such high-level US-Austrian engagement was a priority of mine from the start. In 2019, I facilitated the first meeting of the Chancellor with an American president in 13 years. Since then, there have been more combined military-to-military and cabinet-level engagements between our two nations than in over a decade. The most recent example was the first bilateral visit of a US Secretary of State to Austria since World War II. On that historic visit, our strong diplomatic ties were on full display, including key advances in the US-Austria strategic dialogue that will foster and expand cultural, academic, and civil society exchanges, engagements with religious leaders, and the inauguration of the US-Austria Friendship Trams on the streets of Vienna today. The many accomplishments and initiatives during my tenure would not have been possible without the support of the incredibly hardworking American diplomats and Austrian team members at the US Embassy. The continued strong partnership with the Austrian government and people is in good hands. My family and I will always treasure the friendliness, hospitality, and creativity of the Austrian people. It has been my great honor and pleasure to serve as US Ambassador to Austria. May both countries continue to defend and uphold the values of peace, prosperity, security, and democracy that we hold so dearly. America and Austria are friends, and we leave with heavy hearts, and we say, Auf Wiedersehen, Österreich.